Hello! This is my first time doing a video like this. I'm gonna start doing them more often because a lot of people have asked me about like how I do certain things for cosplay. So I'm actually gonna start with the thing that most people ask me about is actually my Mudkip Kigurumi. Because a lot of people don't realize that I actually made this. So I'm not gonna put the whole thing on, but for those of you who haven't seen it, this is pretty much what it looks like. If you're wondering, this is the tutorial that I used right about there. That's where that's the tutorial I used. It's two parts. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty easy to follow. You're gonna need a lot more fabric than you think you will, though, because like I'm not a really big person. I'm about 5'1", but I still needed like 5 yards of fabric to do this because you want it to be a bit nice and big. So this is what it looks like when it's all laid out, and it's pretty much just a human-sized suit thingy. One thing that you'd probably want to do differently than me is I actually didn't leave the legs baggy enough. These should be a lot wider. They cling to my legs a lot, so they have to sit kind of far up my leg, which I didn't really like. I did orange buttons to match the orange fabric that I have up here, but I mean, inside, it's just sewn together as panels, so I stuffed the tail and then put the little end of the fabric through, cut a little hole in here and sewed it back shut so that it stayed, and then you get a nice little tail. I just stitched right along here on each side of the panel so that it had a little bit more depth to it. And then I did the same thing with the fin up top. And then again with the cheek pieces on the side. The hood, I spent a lot of time pinning these to this while it was on my head to make sure it would sit correctly. As far as the sleeves, I actually chose to do the same color fabric on the end of the sleeves, and you just put elastic inside here so that it stays nice and tight around your wrist. For this piece, I actually sewed this on directly onto the darker blue, and then cut the darker blue out of the inside once it was done because I didn't want it to be too thick. The eyes I made as buttons instead of embroidery because I don't have a machine that can embroider, and I thought it would kind of add like a cute ragdoll sort of look to the outfit. I made the whole thing out of fleece. It took me about 10 hours total to put together, and I've worn it to 2 conventions now. So if you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll be making more of these. Bye!